Those were all such good stories. Thank you. This is so awesome. Um, so I think whenever I'm isolated, I go into like a deep period of self-reflection and just like observation, almost like I'm taking data on myself. Like, why did that make me feel that? Why did that make me feel that? One, because I find it interesting. Two, because I find it peaceful. And three, I'm like, well, it feels like an opportunity to grow. Um, but I was journaling a few mornings ago, and I'm similar to a couple of you mentioned, just like I thrive on connection. Like I need times of isolation, but like connection. And I've been realizing that connection to me means like shared experiences. So like having conversations online or like stories like this, or doing like a Marco Polo circle where like I get to see my friend's kid is hugely helpful. But there were two things that happened the other day that just like lit me up, and they carried me through for a few days. And one of them is a friend of ours made us masks because we didn't have access to them. And so, and she lives just around the corner, and she'd like sterilize them, but we didn't know how to get them. I was like, she can just drop it off at the door. But then she texted and said she was coming over. And what we did is we had this basket and we tied a string around it and then put it out our window and like slowly lowered it down. And then she did like an army roll into like the yard, and like put the masks in the basket, and then we rolled it up, and then I sent her some chocolate, and it was just like it lit me up, and I was so happy. And like what a like gorgeous thing to have a human like that in my life. And I was like, we've known each other for like 16 years, and to share like an experience like that was so healing. And like to me, what like when thinking about family, to me, what family means to me. And then and then to be able to like tangibly do something with that person was just so huge. And I just like I laughed, you know, the kind that like reverberates down your spine. It was like that kind of laughter. And then I got bummed a couple days later when that stopped, because I was like, oh, that was so healing. It was like the inevitable downfall. And then Aaron and Zoe came and talked to us outside the window for a bit, and then that felt really good and lifted up again. So yeah, it was just nice to realize I have family, and it was nice to realize that I like love sharing experiences with those people, and I want to prioritize that more like going forward in my life. So that was cool. That's my story.